Sorry for just apologizing ahead of time. I still have a little bit of a itch in my throat, but there's something I just wanted to share with everyone because I've been watching the Kavanaugh Senate hearing all day long, and first of all, I think the entire thing has been a sham. It's a circus. It's supposed to be a job interview, and it's becoming a public opinion trial of a guy who has, from my opinion, done nothing wrong. There is no evidence to suggest that he has done anything wrong. I saw one person commenting on a previous video of mine when I made at the time in regards to Bill Cosby, because I didn't think there was any evidence to convict him, and he got convicted, and there was evidence for that. So, but in this case, it's over 30 years since this alleged assault happened, and when I saw Dr. Christine Blasey Ford in the hearing, she couldn't even remember simple things in the court, not in the courtroom, sorry, in the hearing. Like, she lied about not being afraid to fly when she did it just weeks before this hearing, and she couldn't remember which days she did the polygraph, even though it was just a little bit over a month ago. She did that. She could not get anyone to corroborate her story. People said the party never took place. There was no one that could confirm that they drove her there or picked her up. And Kavanaugh doesn't even remember meeting her. And this is supposed to be basically a job hearing, and it's become a court of public opinion of where someone just comes almost 40 years after the fact and claims, oh, he tried to rape me almost 40 years ago. There's no way in hell you can prove that, and especially if all the people you mention can't corroborate what you're saying. And also, I mean, the entire thing, it just smells like desperation and also defamation. To me, it seemed like she was lying under oath, because the stuff she couldn't even remember simple things, had to look at her notes. And just what Brett Kavanaugh has been through is just, this is what is the issue with false accusations and how they can ruin lives. And this is actually at the heart of what I believe is the issue in society today, is that you have the extreme left or feminists claiming you should just believe women without any evidence, so you are guilty until proven innocent, which is the entire motto of this entire hearing, where people on the or the senators from the Democratic side keep or kept sorry, I should use past tense. They kept attacking Brett Kavanaugh and said, you have to ask for an FBI investigation, even though he's been investigated 6 times. And he's been in the White House. He's had to look at classified information. You don't think none of those people in Secret Service or FBI would find anything that would would raise any eyebrows for him to look at classified information? And this is just the divide in within people. When men can just be accused of doing something and are just evil, for something that you cannot prove, and the whole believes women or believe survivors, the hashtag, is just so disgusting. Most of these people on Twitter, on the internet, that have come out to support this woman, they don't even know her. There is nothing to back her up with. She's alone, and this guy who, like, if there was more evidence to suggest he was a creep, I mean, he should be locked up. Criminals should be locked up. But why in the hell would he lie under oath while concealing also another crime on the grand stage, basically in front of the whole world, and just deny all of this when there is no proof of any of this? This isn't a courtroom. Now, I'm gonna end this video with the passionate speech of Lindsey Graham. Now, I'm not too familiar with Lindsey Graham. I've always had the impression that he's apathetic and corrupt. I know that's just my impression that I've had. I'm not too familiar with politics in the U.S., but from seeing just this clip, I just gained a huge amount of respect for Lindsey Graham, and it also says what the entire trial has been about, and I think he just sums it up pretty well. So enjoy this clip, everyone, and thank you for watching.
At 9:23 on the night of July the 9th, the day you were nominated to the Supreme Court by President Trump, Senator Schumer said, 23 minutes after your nomination, "I will oppose Judge Kavanaugh's nomination with everything I have. I have a bipartisan, and I hope a bipartisan majority will do the same. The stakes are simply too high for anything less." Well, if you weren't aware of it, you are now. Did you meet with Senator Dianne Feinstein on August 20th?
I did meet with Senator Feinstein.
Did you know that her staff had already recommended a lawyer to Dr. Ford?
I did not know that.
Did you know that her and her staff had this allegations for over 20 days?
I did not know that at the time.
If you wanted an FBI investigation, you could have come to us. What you want to do is destroy this guy's life, hold this seat open, and hope you win in 2020. You've said that, not me. You've got nothing to apologize for. When you see Sotomayor and Kagan, tell them that Lindsay said hello, because I voted for them. I would never do to them what you've done to this guy. This is the most unethical sham since I've been in politics. And if you really wanted to know the truth, you sure as hell wouldn't have done what you've done to this guy. Are you a gang rapist?
No.
I cannot imagine what you and your family have gone through. Boy, y'all want power. God, I hope you never get it. I hope the American people can see through this sham, that you knew about it and you held it. You had no intention of protecting Dr. Ford. None. She's as much of a victim as you are. God, I hate to say it, because these have been my friends. But let me tell you, when it comes to this, you're looking for a fair process, you came to the wrong town at the wrong time, my friend. Do you consider this a job interview?
The advice and consent role is like a job interview.
You consider that you've been through a job interview?
I've been through a process of advice and consent under the Constitution. Which
would you say you've been through hell?
I've been through hell and then some.
This is not a job interview.
Yeah.
This is hell. This is going to destroy the ability of good people to come forward because of this crap. Your high school yearbook. You have interacted with professional women all your life, not one accusation. You're supposed to be Bill Cosby when you're a junior and senior in high school. And all of a sudden you got over it. It's been my understanding that if you drug women and rape them for 2 years in high school, you probably don't stop. Here's my understanding. If he lived a good life, people would recognize it, like the American Bar Association has the gold standard. His integrity is absolutely unquestioned. He is the very circumspect in his personal conduct, harbors no biases or prejudices. He's entirely ethical, is a really decent person. He is warm, friendly, unassuming. He's the nicest person. The ABA. And one thing I can tell you, you should be proud of. Ashley, you should be proud of this, that you raised a daughter who had the good character to pray for Dr. Ford. To my Republican colleagues, if you vote no, you're legitimizing the most despicable thing I have seen in my time in politics. You want this seat? I hope you never get it. I hope you're on the Supreme Court. That's exactly where you should be. And I hope that the American people will see through this charade. And I wish you well, and I intend to vote for you, and I hope everybody who's fair-minded will.
Senator Whitehouse.